Yo, what is going on everyone? It's TK and welcome back to the channel. On today's video, I'm going to showcase a few of my attacks in Legends League that I've been hitting. And guys, there was a base that was really difficult and I want to give you this tip for the Legends League itself as well. And we're going to dive into that. Of course, I'm hitting a few things, failing a few attacks, but mainly I finally was able to triple Klaus. And let's go ahead and see his base and what was really good about this base and how it defended and then how it got tripled. Alright, this is the base. Let me pause this right here. And guys, this base was just kind of like a nightmare to triple just because I've hit it from different angles. And one thing I'm going to tell you to kind of know about the Legends League is that once these players are running these bases, don't worry if you're failing on them, on the top players, because they're new and they're running it. But once you get the idea of how to triple it, by the time that everyone else is copying it and setting themselves, on the Legends League, you will be able to triple it way better. Now with this angle, I didn't really kind of want a town hall, but when I saw there was no trap, look at the way I'm dropping the invis and then I'm cloning into the area that I'm fine to get the town hall. Now the other thing to notice is that I went from this side where usually right hand side attackers go from the right side where the queen can do more damage than the royal champion. Also, because the queen range is further than the royal champion, she could stay behind the walls when she's shooting your barbarians. I didn't know that. And also another reason why I didn't go from the right side was because, guys, this king will actually walk close to the archers, which means even if you don't make it to the town hall, you can still shoot the king and get the town hall. A lot of the people who watch me before, they know I have this little trick that I pull the CC to a certain side, I pull the king and I shoot these stuff and get the buildings behind them once I don't have access. Now this value, 35% without a warden, is what you're looking for. If you don't get the town hall, it's gonna be a bit more tough, of course, because then you need to send the queen to the town hall. But guys, by the time I'm uploading this today or even tomorrow, you are going to see this base in Legends League a lot more. So this is the method to take it down, because this was in fact the toxic base. I failed on Klaus one time and then I failed, I think it was Rikira's who was running this base as well, so I failed on him as well. But those were two different angles, and whenever I fail, I try to go with a different angle. Once I even got the same value, but guys, look at the eagle. I always say start your attack into the eagle, right? But on this base is a bit different. These are one of those bases that you have to be, kind of different about everything. We went with a side angled blimp with the ice golem. We are going opposite side of the eagle, but of course the eagle is kind of in the course, so it's not the biggest deal. But still, popping the warden ability to catch both of these root riders, and I think one of them died actually. Yeah, one of them died. One of them at least, and then of course the headhunter. Now on the other hand, you can see we have 14 barbs, but the base is closed. So keep these barbarians for the most important parts of the base, which are to tank the champion at this point or to clean up. Simple as that. And you can see already it doesn't look that hard anymore when you're going from this side. But imagine going from this side into the eagle. There is layers of walls. It's just walls, guys, to take. And at the end, you're going to have a hard hitting back end right here with a lot of defenses. So this is the method I found on this base. It was a very toxic base, and there's a few toxic bases right now in Legends League that, I have the crack for it. And I'm going to try to bring it for you. But they are a lot. So I hope you actually get an idea of how to approach some of these bases. And actually in Title 16 you need to keep your warden a lot more with this army, because it's amazing how it can help you. Next base, we got this anti-super archer base that it's been actually kind of evolved, and I've actually read a few comments of you guys saying, what about the anti-super archer bases, sorry, and how do you take them down? It's a bit simple on this base itself, just because, well, you can use an ice golem, you can use a few barbs and use the blimp. There is going to be a tornado here, but you're going to see how I use the blimp. You don't have to go that far with the blimp, guys. I'm going to tank both of the sweepers with loons. I didn't go with any loons in front of the blimp. I know there is a tornado there. It's just so obvious, man. When you see a base a lot, you know they're trapped. Now, going in with this clone, that's kind of enough, guys, because look, we're shooting the archer tower and getting the right scatter shot, and then we're gonna go to the left side and try our best to get the left scatter. And you can see already with one invisibility in our pocket, we are fine with this value. That's it. Now I'm gonna go to the top side. Always I do this because the CC and 2 heroes are there. I use another ice golem on the top side, and then barbarians and headhunters and my electro titan for the clan castle, because you don't want to reach it very late. But in my defense, this clan castle is 4 super minion which melted my titan. Any other CC, it would go down to the titan, but unfortunately not. Now we have the warden going into the base. You can see already we funneled this side, and now there is nowhere else for these guys to go except the town hall. But you might be saying, what do I do about the invisibility spell? Well, I actually just leave it. I leave it. But one thing I forgot to do, and I'm being honest, I actually forgot to do, was to make sure when this invisibility goes off, the king doesn't go to the outside that hardcore, or even if he goes, he has a wall break here. This is what I forget, but it doesn't matter. There is no buildings in the core, so the king wouldn't have gone to the core anyway. Now I'm gonna freeze that. I'm gonna force this warden ability because it's going to be popped, but good thing we got at least one root rider. Now look at this. I'm going to make sure the king goes in, just because there is no point of keeping him behind the wall or popping his ability. But the important thing about this whole attack is this 3 healers. Guys, there is no way you can tell me this healers was not the thing that saved this attack, because these 3 healers will be alive for the back end, which if you take a closer right now, it's a hard hitting back end. We got infernos, we got expos, we got archer tower, ricochet cannon, and they're all maxed, so it's a hard hitting. But look at the healers. This is why I love to get my healer puppet to level 15, and you should too. I'm gonna make the queen invisible because I feel like the champion and making her invisible will not give me enough value as healers on the queen, which is a maxed queen. You can see I'm tanking the archer tower with barbarians. I dropped 2 barbs to tank the archer tower, just enough, both of its shots, so it's on my queen only 1 shot. So that is just small things, guys, that could save you an attack, but mainly those healers are literally the MVP. But at the end of the day, the king ability and the gauntlet, because we got it in the warden ability, was also bugged, so it was amazing to have this base really crushed down. And hopefully you guys like the method that I kind of brought you today with this army, and hopefully you could actually use the army. I'm gonna have the link down below. Let's go ahead to the next attack. All right, let me pause this right here. This is another base that is being around for so much, and it's just a lot of people using it, and some people don't know how to triple it because you don't see the archer value. And even if you use a warden ability archer, you're not going to be able to get both rage towers, which is really bad. If you don't get a rage tower and you don't have your warden, guys, it's basically a wrap for you. It's going to be a defense most of the time. But here I'm going to give you the same method that I used on the Klaus, on the last base, and on this base. So basically this method is keeping your warden at all cost, even if the town hall is in the core. I'm literally not even gonna care about this core town hall, just because how easy the town hall 16 meta is right now. We're even going to land on the outside, which means we cannot really get the ego, but it could happen by shooting the inferno if all the archers shoot it at the same time. You can see already, they're not shooting it at the same time yet, but hopefully they will keep going. See, 1 archer is on the scatter, and now it's where all the archers on the inferno, they will get the eagle. So otherwise, if it's 2 archers or 3 archers, they would just destroy the multi, and the eagle will be up. But that's why I gotta be lucky with that, but doesn't matter that much anyway. We would have gone to the core as well. Now the rest of the base, you need to have a good funnel for the root riders, because they are the wall breakers for you. You want to go to the core, see the core buildings. This is one of the buildings in the core. Once the root riders go to the mortar, they will jump to this builder hut. But on the other hand, it would be the same, except the fact that the queen can do more damage, so you could actually kill your root riders before you actually reach the core. Now on the other hand, I'm going to funnel these buildings, so I make sure the root riders path to these 3 defenses and open open the base up fully. Good thing was that CC was not triple ice golem, otherwise we would have had some time issues probably. But I'm sniping the king on the outside, really nice and simple. 3-4 barbarians, double headhunter, simple as that. And you can see once we go to the core with that warden ability, there is not much base left, guys. Like, honestly, look at the base. There's one expo that can stop us. The queen will go down to my queen or the king ability, and this back end is already raged up, and we are having a warden ability, which means the rage will keep getting wasted. So that's how simple the base gets once you have a warden with yourself. All the last attacks that I showed you, we had the warden, and the base doesn't look that hard anymore. If you're watching this, these bases that I showcased, they are maxed Town Hall 16, guys. They are fully maxed, but at the same time, they don't look that strong because we have the warden with our army. Now on the Town Hall 15 era, I used to tell you the warden is not that important with the army because you only had a warden ability. We had the mini warden for the HP boost, but in this meta, the warden ability is raged as well on the beginning, since the beginning, and it can heal your troops if you have the healing tome. At the same time, it can damage, bug the queen, the king gauntlets, which then you can use the king ability, get an earthquake, open up the whole base, and be in a warden ability with the king. And then when the king dies, you have the phoenix, which then you will be another warden ability, which is just insane how much offense has grown. But hopefully you guys enjoyed these little tips about not using a warden on certain bases that are really annoying for you. That's just how simple Town Hall 16 can get. So kind of take a look at the bases from another angle, see how you can go around them. See, okay, if I blimp one of the rage towers, I have my warden ability with the heroes for the other rage tower. So that's how, I just wanted to showcase this video really quickly for you. It wasn't maybe the best guide, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what else you want to see on the channel, just because kind of right now I used literally every single army I could have think of, except maybe some dragon spam, Hydras, Inferno dragons and stuff. But other armies will be in the playlist on your screen right now, so you can check it out for Town Hall 16 and maybe even Town Hall 15 if you are down there. But for now, hopefully I'll see you soon in the next one. Take care and peace.